What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Masshole MMA. We're back, baby. We're gonna be going over my recap of the UFC 313 card. I had an amazing day with my picks. Even though a couple of my picks got right because of robbery decisions, I don't care. I don't care. This was a pretty decent event. The main event kind of was a bit underwhelming, but I'll get into my thoughts on that later on. Let's start off with the bottom. Jordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. This was a really close fight. A really good fight. It was fun to watch. They were duking. You know what I mean? To go over it, Ozzy Diaz, definitively won round 3, right? But I don't know the other two. The other two were pretty close. Both close rounds. But, hey, I'm happy I got my pick right. This could have very well been the Jordan Santos win right here. But I do see that. I think that Ozzy Diaz won round 2, me personally. You know what I mean? But I got my pick right. That's all that matters. All right, moving on. We got Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall. Now this is one that got a lot of people mad. Honestly, I wasn't that angry with the decision. You know what I mean? Because I am kind of going against, the laying down on people and winning because of that. You know, I don't like that anymore. I don't like that shit, me personally. You know what I mean? I don't like that. And I like the fact that, the Jordan Santos was piecing him up. He was piecing him up, and he won because of it. I think the UFC needs to start scoring, fights like this more often. Now, by the current criteria of the scoring, if Francis Marshall was, if he was from Dagestan, maybe he would have won this fight. But I'm not saying that because the UFC rigs for Dagestanis or whatever. Don't come at me for that. But just saying, this could have gone a different way. But I am happy that my pick won. Now, Myron Santos, man, he wasn't looking as good as I thought he would look. I thought he was going to get this one done by finish, potentially. And he just didn't. I hope he comes out better in his next fight. Because I was really looking forward to this guy. I really do think he's one of the better tough prospects that we have. And so I hope this was just a tougher fight for him. I hope next time he comes out looking better than that. Because if he doesn't, he's never going to reach the rankings, man. All right, moving on. Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. I mean, what do we expect, guys? Carlos Leal, the only reason why he lost his first fight was because of a robbery decision. Alex Morono, again, he's just a soft guy. He looks like he's tofu, man. He looks like he's tofu. He doesn't hurt people at all. This is why he got his ass whooped. Because Carlos Leal, he started just pouring it on him without any, serious danger coming back his way. There's not really much to analyze about this fight. Good win by Carlos Leal. I'm telling y'all, this guy has potential to be ranked. He's pretty good. This guy over here needs to think of retirement soon. I mean, if we have Jalen Turner retiring, Jalen Turner, a really skillful fighter, this guy might need to think of hanging it up too. All right, moving on. Now, this is the first one that I sat down well and watched, okay? The first couple fights, I was just watching the Lakers versus the Celtics and the fights as well. This is when I started, completely paying attention to the fight. This was a good fight. It went almost how I thought it would. Bruno Ferreira was able to push forward without any serious, power coming back his way. Armen Petrosyan won the first round, in my opinion. He got the point deducted. I really like that point deduction. The refs need to start doing more of that. 100% more of that. But Now, I thought that what would happen was that in round two, Bruno Ferreira would just bite down on the mouthpiece and, you know what I mean? But instead, he just pushed forward, got the takedown, got the submission. Still imposed his will. Good fight by Ferreira. I really like this fight from him. I'm a Petrosyan, man. I mean, again, clearly he's a very good striker, clearly. But, like, it didn't really feel like he had it in control at all. You know, it just felt like Bruno Ferreira, watching this fight, it just felt like Bruno Ferreira was eventually going to get it. It really did. You know, Armin Petrosyan, he might have been winning on the feet, but it didn't feel like he was going to end up winning. It didn't feel like that. That's how watching Armin Petrosyan fight feels like. It feels like he's about to get beat at any moment. And we just saw it happen again. You know what I mean? So, good win by Ferreira. I'm pretty sure that he might want to fight Bo Nickel after this. That will be a really interesting fight. I want to see how that goes. You know, if Bo Nickel can beat Bruno Ferreira, I rank that win so much higher than Paul Craig. Okay? So, yeah, pretty good win by Bruno Ferreira. Yeah, good performance. Moving on. Oh, Joshua Van versus Ray Tsuruya. Man, what can I say, dude? Joshua Van puts on a show again. Joshua Van. Now, Ray Tsuruya showed that he could be good. He could be good. You know, he just, like I said before, he wasn't ready for Joshua Van, man. Joshua Van is just on a different level with this shit. You know what I mean? He's already, like, I feel like he's already should be a top 10 ranked featherweight. Hot take, I don't care. Flyweight, fuck. I meant flyweight, not featherweight. Oops. I think he should already be a top 10 ranked flyweight. I mean, look at this dude. He really poured it on to Tsuruya this fight. And I really liked it. Whenever I watch Joshua Van fight, it's always a scrap. It's always fun. I love watching this dude fight. I'm a very big fan of Joshua Van. And I'm really happy he won this fight. Yeah, but Ray Tsuruya showed really good grappling. He had a really good throw in this fight. He shows potential. He shouldn't hang his head too low. I see him getting wins over other ranked people in the division. It's just that, again, it was too soon for Joshua Van, man. Like, Joshua Van already, I don't know, they took away his ranking. I swear they took away his ranking because he was ranked 15th and they took away his ranking. What the heck? UFC, this guy's good. Joshua Van's good. Why are we taking away his ranking? They better re-rank him after this because Joshua Van, he's the real deal. He is the real deal. I see him even being a top 5 one day. I'm really big on Joshua Van. I'm a big Joshua Van fan. All right, enough with the glaze. Moving on. Boy, did you prove me wrong, Mauricio Ruffy. I was not familiar with your game, my friend. Okay. You completely proved me wrong. I talked a lot of shit about his performance against Jan Top, even though it wasn't a bad performance looking back on it. Again, it was just that Jan Top looked so hungry in that fight. And whatever, I just felt bad for the guy, I guess. But holy guacamole. This guy just showing masterful striking, you know what I mean? I saw that one Matrix MMA guy, you know, who always breaks down the fights and stuff. He broke down this guy's fight, and seeing him break down like all the feints of Mauricio Ruffy and seeing how like Bobby Green reacted to it and then feinting the hook and then bringing the wheel, it was just genius. That knockout was pure genius. And it put him out cold. It put out Bobby cold. Man, Bobby Green. I don't know what's next for him. Out of all the fighters on this card, if anyone should have hung it up, it should have been Bobby Green. You know, it shouldn't have been Jalen Turner, in my opinion. Should not. But it is what it is. I mean, Bobby Green, he's gonna fight again. You know, we already know this, but I don't know what's next for him. What we do know, I think that we need a ranked contender for this guy. We need a ranked contender for Mauricio Ruffy. Because I want to see him go against, would be good. You know, a BSD. A BSD is a very obvious answer to who Mauricio Ruffy should fight. A Joel Alvarez fight. That would be fire. That would be pure fire. Having both of these like up and coming contenders go against each other. That would be fire. Yeah, man. I'm I'm on the Mauricio Ruffy hype train now. For now, I really think this was a good showing from him. Last fight wasn't a good showing. This fight was a really good showing compared to that. My respect's gone up for you, brother. Good job. Moving on. What the heck was this, man? Like, honestly, Yasmin Lucindo, what the heck was this? Willingly on her back for most of the fight. Boring fight. Horrible fight. Like, I don't even want to talk about this. Because, man, this was the first... This was the first pick in the whole card that I got wrong. I got every single one of these other picks right. All the way to this fight. All the way to this fight. I got every single one of my picks right. Got this one wrong. Because Yasmin Lucindo wanted to just lay on her back the whole fight. Dude, fuck that. Get her out the rankings, man. Fuck that. I'm not even going to talk about this. Moving on. Woo! This was fire. Now, I'm very sad that Jalen Turner decided to retire after this. You could hear the pain in his voice when they asked him about it, too. He had some serious pain in his voice. You hate to see that for anybody in any situation. You know what I mean? He's 29. He's very skillful. You know, he could just move up and have, like, a new start to his career. But, hey, man, this is his life, his decision. Ignacio Bahamondes. That submission reminded me of Tony Ferguson. That really did. That was... Oh, my God. I just love that. I just love that. I love that he got a performance of the night bonus for it. I really love the guy, too. Great personality. Great guy. Man, I wonder what's next for him. I really do. I wonder what's next for him. I'm excited to see this. I'm not going to matchmake for him. I just hope he gets a good fight next. This is really great. This is really great for the sport. I feel like having an up-and-coming contender from a country that wasn't represented previously in the sport. This is really great. And, yeah, I'm happy with this. Another pick I got right, you know. So far, I am 7-1 in the night to this point. Moving on. Got this one wrong, didn't I? Should have taken the guy that didn't take it on short notice. Oops. This was a great scrap, great fight. The fact that Rafael Fiziev only did this on like a week and a half notice, that's amazing. That's amazing. They put on a show. They put on a show truly. What I said happened would happen. I thought that if Rafael Fiziev would win, it would happen within the first 2 rounds. If it went to round 3, Rafael Fiziev definitely would have gassed out. And that's what happened. I remember me and my friend were watching this fight. And he was doing all right in round 3. And then there was a point where he threw a knee, a good knee. And then right after it, he just suddenly gassed out. And that was it. That was it. That was it for the fight, man. I mean, he started off round 3 well. He started off round 3 winning round 3. And I thought, like, okay, Rafael might win this. But after that knee, man, for some reason, his cardio just got completely siphoned after that. It just disappeared. What happened, bro? Anyways, so, Fiziev has nothing to hang his head over in this matchup. They got the fight of the night. You know, he got paid. This is amazing. I want Fiziev to not, like, get too badly affected in the rankings. I want to see a shot up in the rankings for him next fight. He deserves it, man. He came and saved this event, truly. This event would be, like, horrible without this fight on it. It wouldn't be horrible, but it wouldn't be the same, you know? It wouldn't be that good. But this was a pretty decent event. And you can thank this guy for saving it right here. Um, I want to see good things for Rafael Fiziev in the future. And yeah, got this pick wrong. I'm not too mad about it. I want to see Justin Gaethje. I don't want to see a title shot for Justin Gaethje. I want to see a title eliminator for him, if anything. Maybe this might be crazy to say, but maybe an Ilia Topuria title eliminator because Islam's a bit scared of Topuria at the moment. That would be fun. Maybe a Charles Oliveira title eliminator. You know, that's just a like boring, we've seen it before type of matchup, but it could go differently. If anything, I want to see an Ilia Topuria title eliminator while Islam doesn't fight. You know, because Islam, man, why are you scared of Topuria? Seriously. Like, why are you scared of him? Chances are he would win that fight. Now, it's a very close fight. Chances are he would beat Topuria, but I would need to look more into tape. I would need to look more into it to figure out who I would be picking in that fight. But yeah, bottom line, I want to see a title eliminator for Justin Gaethje. And yeah, pretty good win. Pretty good win right here. Pretty good win. And he didn't take that much damage this fight, which is also really good. He didn't take too much damage this fight. I thought that damage that he took against Max Holloway would be like some life-altering shit, but I guess it wasn't. So, yeah, pretty good night for him. Now, watching this live, I did not think it was a robbery at all. I'm going to be straight up about that. Now, I'm going to go round by round and tell y'all what I thought, okay? Round 1, clear Alex Pereira round. Boom. Okay, round 1, 1-0 Pereira. Round 2, clear Magomed Ankalaev round. Especially, like, since he hurt him at the end, too. Yeah. Clear Magomed Ankalaev. So, round 1, as we see here, clear Alex Pereira round. Round 2, clear Magomed round. You know, we can see this, right? Now, round 3 is when one of those rounds, it's like, we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? So, round 3, visually, I thought Magomed won the round. Call me crazy for saying that. Visually, I thought Magomed won the round, but I knew it was going to be a swing round. I knew that it wasn't that clearly to any of the guys, right? Watching it live. Okay? So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna think about round 3 later, right? Let's watch round 4 and round 5 and see what happens there. So 1-1 could be 2-1 either way here. Round 4, 100% Magomed Ankalaev round. I mean, he was pushing Pereira up against the fence. We never like to see that. That's not really good for the sport. I mean, yeah, he won the round, but still, that's not really good luck for the sport. But clear Magomed Ankalaev winning that round. So now it could be 2-2, it could be 3-1. Round 5. This one, Pereira has a bigger argument to have won round 5 than to win round 3. Me personally, I honestly really think that Pereira probably won round 5 but didn't win round 3. You know, I really think that Magomed won this fight. I think this is not a robbery. This was just a close fight. And Pereira, a lot of people are hating on Magomed right now. A lot of people are hating on Magomed. But when you looked at Alex Pereira, man, he barely threw any punches. He barely threw any punches at all. Like, you guys want to get all mad at Magomed for doing what he did. Dude, Alex Pereira didn't throw... He didn't look dangerous at all this fight. Pereira looked off. I'll say that. Pereira looked off. This is 100% worse for the sport. Even though I picked Magomed to win, 100% worse for the sport. We can't deny that. You know what I mean? Alex Pereira being the champ, coming in, saving events on short notice. This guy was a great champion. He was great for the sport. He had a big fan base. A lot of people loved the guy. He was a great guy too. That I'm not saying that Magomed's not a good guy, but I mean, Magomed only fights like what, once or twice a year. Light heavyweight's just gonna be like kind of boring now. I hope that Pereira gets a rematch and gets a win over Magomed. I think that if they do rematch, Pereira would have a better chance of winning. You know what I mean? I just hope that if they do have a rematch, Pereira just throws. He throws. Because we know that Pereira, if he does throw, he always has the chance to knock the guy out. It doesn't matter who's in front of him. We know that Pereira has the power to put down any guy. But he didn't. He just didn't. In round 5, he showed no urgency in a round that he needed. He needed to win that to win. Right? He needed it. He needed a finish. He needed a finish, and he showed no urgency of getting one. I think that Alex Pereira lost this fight more than Magomed won it. I mean, Magomed, like I said in my prediction video, look at my prediction, man. I got this right. I told you that there's defensive holes in Pereira's game. He has holes in his defensive boxing, and we saw Magomed touch him in boxing. He touched him up. I told you, look at that training video that Alex Pereira just had against that one Korean boxer. The Korean guy was hitting him. He was hitting Pereira. He has holes in his defensive boxing, man. Magomed exposed that. You know, Pereira was too worried about defending takedowns than actually winning the fight. He did defend the takedowns very well. Magomed went 0 for 11 on takedowns. And that time that you push people up against the fence, 100%, I don't think that should be rewarded in MMA. Honestly, I like MMA Guru's take on this. I think that it should be rewarded that when fighters defend the takedowns, that should be rewarded in scoring. But that's a future discussion. That's not how it is now, so we can't score it like that now. Magomed definitely, based off the current MMA scoring criteria, won this fight, even though it's not the prettiest of wins. He won the fight, 100%. He won it the way I thought he would. I thought it would be a decision where he would expose Pereira's defensive boxing and also mix in the grappling sometimes. Now, he didn't mix it in as well as I thought he would, but he did expose Pereira's defensive boxing. So I'm very happy with this. 8-2 on the card, baby. 8-2 on the card. Look at me go! Look at me go! Yeah! All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. I'm going to drop the Fight Night prediction soon. Tomorrow probably. And yeah, have a blessed Monday. And as always, guys, keep your wallet on the water. All right, peace out, guys. Have a great day.